Hi, I've put together a short Qigong practice that you can do every day. It's not necessary to do hours and hours of Qigong, just a little Qigong to open the joints, open the flow of Qi. So I think you'll enjoy this practice. Practice number 1. Put your hands together over the navel and just sit calm for a while. Always we take a moment between practices, relax. Just be empty. Take a slow breath in and a slow breath out. And then we're just going to swing the arms left and right. Turn the hips and let the arms flap. Now raise the arms to shoulder height, turn, and when you turn, look at the raised back heel. The arms move like a propeller, we turn, look at the raised back heel. And do a few of these, stretching. So as far as you can turn, the heel is up, and we press the ball of the foot into the ground. Turn, turn. And once again, take a moment to relax. Now we're simply going to bend down and rise and let the arms float up as we breathe in. Pull the arms back, shift the weight to the heels, breathe out, and breathe in, shifting the weight to the balls of the feet. Fingers come straight, shoulder level, back, press down. Breathe in, and breathe out. So as you breathe in, feel like the whole body is stretching up, but not tight, just a stretch, and then down. And then breathe in from the toes to the fingers, and then from the fingers to the toes, as if you're filling up the whole body, joint by joint. Exhaling down. Toes, ankles, knees, hips, spine, shoulders, elbows, wrists, fingers. Then fingers, wrists, elbows, shoulders, spine, hips, knees, ankles, toes. So you're threading through the whole body as you breathe in. Breathe in, rock back, breathe out, breathe in, shift the weight forward. And let the arms just float up from the shoulders. Breathing in and breathing out. Now, open wide in the same way. Breathe in like a bird, opening the arms wide. Shift the weight back. Hands come together. Breathe in. Let the arms rise from the shoulder blades. Breathe out. Breathe in. And relax into it. Breathe out. Down, up, and now bounce and cross the arms. Bounce and then bounce apart and then push. So the arms come here, I bend down, and then they push out. So it sort of curls in and pushes out. 1, 2, 3. Bounce, bounce, and push. Bounce, bounce, push. Don't fully lock the arms. Just this far, but not locked. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in some more, breathe out. And as I push, I do a little flex of the hand, like I'm pressing something, but not too hard. And relax. Next practice is swimming like a butterfly. So hold the hands out and pull them in toward the body, like you're pulling in qi, you're pulling in energy, pulling it through the body, through the navel to the lower back. The hands turn here and we rise. This is like a backhanded gather. Turn, pull through, rise, the hands. And notice how they flip from the shoulders. Down, rise, flip, down, turn the hands and wrists, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Turning, and the wrists and fingers open and turn. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay, good. Now, reverse direction. As you rise, the hands come forward. They turn at the elbow, and it's like you're sweeping the chi field, I call it. And then they curl toward the armpit. You don't want to tighten the shoulder, but you want to go close to the armpit. So they come around, curl, and as it comes through, you go down. The hands turn at the elbow. So not the wrist, but the elbow. Rise and down. Breathe out. And relax. Next is what I call holding the teacup. So I want you to have your palm facing up all the time through this practice. Again, it pulls through and it turns. The palm is facing up here, and then it turns around. Palm is facing up over the front of the head to the back. And then it spirals down, pulls through here again, turns, and then it just wraps around and turns. Front of the head to the back of the head. Now we go the other way. We go forward, and it goes from the back of the head to the front, turning and around. Now at this point it's hard, but my hand is still somewhat facing upward. And then it turns through. That's why we call it holding the teacup, because we want to keep the teacup upright. Back of the head to the front. Same thing with this arm now. Turn, front of the head to the back, and around. See how it spirals around? Comes down, turns. Now the other way, back of the head to the front, palm is up. Next you can do this with two arms and moving, sink down as the arms go in. They come around, rise up as they go over the head, and arch a little bit. Chin up, then round the back, bend down, and then around, and then as you rise the arms, you rise up. Bend down, turn, rise up, arch a little bit, down, bend forward. And then you get this waving feeling in the body. I sink down, my hips go forward. So as I go up, the hips go forward. I lean back a little, down. Bending down, hips go forward. I rise up, sink down, hips go back. Hips go forward, rise up. Now the other direction. Back of the head to the front. I go down, hips go forward, I rise up. Hips go forward, I rise up, arch the back, chin up, round the back, hips go back, hips roll forward. And that's going to open up all the meridians and joints and ligaments in the arm, moving in ways we don't usually move them. So take a moment and relax. Now simply sweep down and gather and pull up through the body, up to the top of the head. Turn the hands, push up, a little bit of a press but not a lock, and then down. It's like you're sweeping down, gathering, calling separate the clouds. So it comes here and we separate. It's like you're sweeping the chi field down with your hands. Down, gather the earth like you're gathering earth. Feel like you're grabbing some water, drawing it up, taking a sip, turning straight up, and then down. Breathing in as you rise. Breathing out as you go down. And relax. We step a little wider apart into horse stance. So the knees are bent, hips are a little bit forward. And we're going to clap the hands, turn and interlace the fingers. We're looking at the hands. We rise up on the balls of our feet off the heel. And we stretch the arms up at the same time. As the heels come down, so do the arms. Okay, so you don't have to go high up on your heels because you can lose your balance. The arms come forward, they come down, forward. Then you pull in again to the armpit, they turn, clap, interlace the fingers, up, and then down. Scoop around, forward, back. Look up, clap, breathe in, breathe out, forward, around, clap, interlace the fingers, rise up, sink down, around, clap, interlace the fingers, rise, sink down. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And relax. So that was called two hands hold the sky. This is called two hands hold the feet. So all we're going to do is stand a little wider apart, and we're going to dredge the sides of the meridians down with our hands. So dredging means we actually push against the sides of the legs, at the top of the buttocks, down the sides of the legs, and that moves the chi down the meridian. You sweep around the feet, and that's gathering the earth. Then you pull up the hands through the kidney meridian, inside of the leg. As you rise, the hips come forward, okay? So about here, the palms are back to back. As we rise here, the arms are only shoulder width apart, fingers pointing down. So they're not like this, they're shoulder width. And when that happens, the hips are forward and a march back. The head's not fully back, it's just tilted up a little. And we're like so. We make a sound. Ah. And then this is like diving down. This is coming through the top of the head, diving through the whole body. And this is going around the belt route. That's the belt route. Then again, dredge the legs, round the back, bend forward, around the feet. Sink the knees down a little, roll the hips forward, and then here, back of the palms come together, rise up, arch back a little, make a sound, release any stress, dive down through the top of the head, and around, and then down the hips, and then make a sound below, Sweep around the feet, up the inner legs, roll the hips forward, bend the knees, rise up. Kind of like you're unfolding as you rise, then sink down, around the belt route, down the legs, bend forward, around the feet, bend the knees forward, hips forward, rise up, tilt the head back. Remember to not wider than shoulders and fingers point in, then dive down through the head like it's moving through the body, clearing the central channel, and then circle and store. That was two hands hold the sky. Now let's do turn and look at the moon. So we're just going to turn backward, like so. This hand at the chest, that hand facing back like you're looking at the moon. Okay, and we breathe in, hold the breath for a moment, and breathe out to the center. And breathe in, hold the breath for a moment, looking back completely behind you so you get that full stretch. And then breathe out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, hold. Breathing out. Breathing in, turn all the way back, hold. Feel the hip stretch. Breathe out to the center. And relax to the center. Now let's just do a little shaking. We call this weeping willow, quivers in the breeze. So they probably call it quivering because we're not so much shaking as we're oscillating, and we raise the heels up and we oscillate the body like it's vibrating. So this is known to cure many health issues. It's known as the cure for 100 illnesses. So we shake and consciously shake from the feet, the ankles, the knees, the hips. Shake the whole body. And think of shaking the internal organs, shaking the rib cage, each vertebrae, shaking the spine, the elbows, the shoulders, the wrists, the fingers, opening up the joints, the neck, shaking the face, shaking out the body. Heels are off the ground and just moving up and down a little. If you have to put them down once in a while, it's fine. But try to keep them up and just shake the body. And if you're younger, you can do 64 jumps. But we want to have less impact to the cartilage and the bones and joints, so we just raise the heels, and that gives us the same effect. Shake the body just a little bit. For an added effect, breathe out as your feet go down. Breathe in as the feet go up. And relax. And to close, let the arms float up from the shoulders. Turn, receive the heaven chi, gather like a ball, pushing it through the top of the head, through the body, clearing the channels as it goes down. Push down. Once again, let the arms rise from the shoulders. This is gathering the earth chi. Flip, gather the heaven chi. Bring it into a ball. Bring it down through the head. And then circle, store. So I hope you enjoyed our mini Qigong session.